take a moment and do something a little bit different than what I've been doing lately. I have been talking about chronic conditions and our mental health, and I think this topic is so important and I'm not giving up on it, so bear with me. But as part of the recent video that I shared about the biopsychosocial model, I thought I could talk a little bit about some resources that I have been enjoying lately and share those with you. This is not exhaustive, as I have so many books on this wall, and I have a whole 3 or 4 other bookcases filled with books. And then in my office, I have 2 huge bookcases. I really enjoy books. I thought I would share a few with you that you may benefit from. Now, of course, these are all resources that can feed your self-esteem, your need for connection, as far as our ability to identify ourself and our personhood, who I am, who we are, how I encounter every day, becoming more intentional with living, being more mindful. So it's sort of on that, not necessarily self-help, but books that increase quality of my experience with myself. So I thought I would share these with you. So let's get into it and look at what I have here in my stack. As I said, it's not exhaustive, but these are some that I've really enjoyed lately and I wanted to share. All right, the first one is by Lisa TerKeurst. She has a really great book out that I haven't actually gotten my hands on yet. It's called It's Not Supposed to Be This Way. So if you've read that, I would love to hear your take on it. And if you enjoyed it, add that to the comments below, and that may be my next purchase. But this one is actually uninvited. Okay. It is living loved when you feel less than, left out, and lonely. And actually why I bought this was because Ehlers has cost me so much social time. Ehlers, Addison's, MCAS, asthma, fill in the blank, all the things that come after your primary condition. So it's cost me a lot, mostly social, a lot of patience, and a lot of other things. So this book, I am pretty socially awkward, probably because I am introverted. I am very shy. Most people who know me know that if they're close to me. Otherwise, a lot of times people think, oh, you're very outgoing. Oh, you're so good with people. And really, it's me putting on a lot of effort and using all my skills to be able to connect to others, because it's important. I think it's very important for other people to feel heard, understood, wanted, and connected to. So I take the effort to do that. But in that, I also try to meet my own social needs through those opportunities. This book was fantastic. She talks a little bit about her challenges as far as weight and whatnot, and that's not necessarily my challenge, but body image, of course, is a huge one. I feel very uncomfortable at times due to my experience with my body and how frustrating it can be. But this book is fantastic. Uninvited, I definitely recommend it. The next book is one by Brené Brown. This one is The Gifts of Imperfection. I had this one recommended from a colleague, and he was reading it, and this is let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. That is pretty much my life theme over the last decade. I had this huge plan for my life. I knew exactly where I was going, what I wanted to be, how my life was going to look, how fantastic and amazing it was all going to be, and then it all flushed down the toilet. Planned it again, settled myself, grieved, processed, did all the things, and thought, okay, take 2, plan B, I can do this. And down the toilet it went again. Here we are again through the process. Plan C, is that a thing? I wasn't prepared for it. I have had a hard journey of coming to terms with who I am, how I am, what life looks like. Can it still be beautiful? Absolutely. And so this was the perfect book for me. Those little nooks and crannies that still had a bit of grief that wasn't processed out, and being able to manage who I am and am I okay with that and what do I do with that? This book right here. So anyone with a chronic condition or anyone that has a pulse, I recommend this book, because life can throw you some monkey wrenches and clog up your gears with unexpected challenges. And this right here will help you. She is very straightforward, vulnerable, open about the reality of being human. I thoroughly encourage you to get this book. All right, next book is one that I never imagined reading, honestly. This book was not written as a self-help anything. I am not Catholic, but a friend of mine is Catholic, and she recommended this book as part of my PhD work. I was encouraged to read a book. We had to choose something that was of a different culture than we are, and I am not Catholic. And I was going through all the various cultural differences of different populations and people groups, and my friend was like, have you considered doing Catholicism? And I thought, no, that was not on my radar. She recommended this book, The Long Loneliness. This is by Dorothy Day. I could not read this book fast enough. I sat down and devoured it. It was fantastic. Her ability to write is phenomenal. It is her autobiography. She was a Catholic social activist. This book, I have read it 3 times in a year. I bought 2 copies after the first copy because I felt like the copy was going to get destroyed before I was finished enjoying it. I hope that I read this many more times in the future and I can share it with lots of people. It is not about proselyting or encouraging you to be Catholic at all. This is her experience with life, and it is something so encouraging. I felt so empowered. Page after page after page, I would read and have to digest, read and have to digest. This book is fantastic. Moving right along, we have 3 left. So the other day on a video, I did recommend this book, Your Daily Rock. This is a book of daily meditations. It is not a devotional. It is simply some thoughts. It's filled with morning and evening thought, a quote for your day, a theme for your day. Let me show you here. Here's an example. Be you and don't fix their story. That's 2 different days. At the bottom, you will see the dates that are there. It is for your entire year. I recommend this book. It is so encouraging. It gives you something to focus on outside of yourself and your own challenges. When you get up every morning, you can use this and center yourself in your day. Give yourself a positive thought to focus on. Sometimes it's hard to find something outside of our own junk. So this right here is a fantastic purchase and read. It is made for people with busy lives, people who don't have a lot of time or don't want to take a lot of time to spend reading. So the readings are very short, a few sentences, a single page for every day, easy peasy. Get this book. The same author wrote this one, and I've had this one for a little while and I keep going back to it. It's a 37-day book. This is Life as a Verb, 37 Days to Wake Up, Be Mindful, and Live Intentionally. This book is phenomenal. Chronic condition, watch out. This changes your perspective, changes your lens, helps give you a new color to look through. I thoroughly encourage this. She is witty and funny and gives you beautiful pages to look at every day that you read. There is always something new. She provides you with loads of activities and thoughts and images and loads of stuff to process. I encourage you to get this book if you are needing a wake-up call and to fluff up your life and refresh yourself, because we can surely get in the mully grubs very easily. This will help you work towards living well. Last book, and not least at all, is a devotional that I very much enjoy. It's called Sparkling Gems. This book has been well loved. The dust cover has seen better days. It has been through so much. This is by Rick Renner. I thoroughly enjoy this book. I've had it for probably over 10 years. It has been through a flood. It has been through lots of moves. It has taken a beating, but it is fantastic. This is essentially mining the treasures of God's Word. It provides you with 365 Greek word studies for every day of the year to sharpen your understanding. If you're looking for a devotional to add to your day, this is the one I would recommend. See, mine is pretty rough. It has seen better days. but it's more than one page, so this takes a little bit of time. It gives you the date, it gives you kind of the theme of what you're going to be reading, a scripture that it's pulling everything from. It gives you a little story, vignette type thing, provides you with your prayer for the day, kind of a central prayer theme to add to your day. It gives you a confession, so something positive to add, like almost like a positive affirmation, which I thoroughly encourage, but a confession for your day and questions for you to consider throughout the day as you're going through. It gives you something to kind of process and work through. If you're a journaler, get your journal out, write these questions down, fill them in for yourself, maybe give yourself some time, come back to them, and make time for you to be able to do that. If you're a journaler, I encourage you to read these and journal all of them. For everything you read, journal about it. Journal your process through as you're going through this and becoming more mindful and more intentional in your living, because our quality of life suffers significantly with a chronic condition, no matter your chronic condition. Whether you have Ehlers or not, whatever your life looks like, it takes a hit from your chronic condition. Your medications alone create side effects that nobody wants to deal with, just for us to feel a little better. I encourage you to do something to work towards a more positive day so that we can do all we can in the fight against whatever is attacking your body and trying to destroy your life. Check one of these out, all of them if you want, and let me know in the comments below if you've read one of them. How did it change your life? What did you learn from it? How good was it for you? And I'll be back soon. I hope you enjoyed this short time, and thanks for stopping by. See you later.